It is 7:30 and I am just now pulling in to get something to eat at Panera from a closing. And this closing started at 1 today. Why did it take so long to close? Well, let me tell you, when the buyers and I walked in the house to the final walkthrough, which is normally just like basically a formality, you're just walking around to make sure everything, hasn't flooded or burnt down or gotten destroyed somehow. This is what we saw. And normally that would maybe be okay, except we had written in the contract that the refrigerator was supposed to stay and convey to the buyers. Moving to the second floor, we noticed that the washer and dryer, which were also written in the contract, were not there. And looking around even more, the draperies or curtains and curtain rods were all gone too. So, I figured we could, probably solve this fairly easily. I called the listing agent and she said, yeah, I'll call the buyers. We'll get that back to you. Don't worry about it. But it turned out to be a bit more complicated than that because the contents of a 5-bedroom home were blocking all of those items because they were loaded onto the truck first. So we spent the day trying to figure out how we were going to handle this, how much of a credit or an escrow holdback or how we were going to, what we were going to do. So basically, this is just a note to sellers to make sure that you know what you're supposed to leave contractually and what you aren't. And also, on the first page of the Florida as is FAR bar contract, it does spell out certain things that are contractually supposed to stay. In other words, not stuff that the buyer is going to write in. It is just supposed to be there. And some of this is newer, like the doorbell, because buyers and sellers are going 50 rounds in the closing table over the Ring doorbells. So those are supposed to stay now. If you don't want to leave your buyer your doorbell, then you need to probably remove it prior to even starting to show your house. Same is true for curtain rods. Those are attached and they are now a contractual item that is supposed to stay in the house. So the best thing you can do, even probably above and beyond checking with your agent, is to just read the first page of your contract thoroughly and make sure you understand what is supposed to stay, because you would be surprised how much a used refrigerator or a used washer and dryer can be worth to someone, especially when you're faced with, a limited amount of time here in town, and refrigerators are hard to get and they're expensive right now. So please just take an extra second to make sure that you know what's in your contract and what you are supposed to be leaving in the house. Thank you.